Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? I welcome you back once again. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning to my channel. I am here for you once again. So today I have somebody by my side. I have my loving, caring, and amiable husband with me. We are here to share one or two things with you. So and don't mind us. We have our baby here. Greta, Greta, say hello.
Hi everyone.
Say hello. All right. Okay. So we'll be sharing with you how we met. We'll be starting. This program is actually will be split into three parts: the before, during, and after. So not to bore you so much, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. My name is Abiola Oladoshu. I'm a chartered accountant, an investment analyst, and at the same time, I'm a relationship manager. The father to our darling son, Greta, and the husband to my beautiful wife. I hope you enjoy yourself with us tonight.
All right, thank you very much. So we'll be starting with how we met. Okay, let me share with you the stage I was before I met this my handsome husband. I think everything started, I've been in a couple of relationships before I met him, and the last one I was before meeting him. In fact, I already had it in mind. Like I told myself that during that period I was going to be masters before Mr. That was what I told myself. That was the principle that I set for myself. So during that period of time, I wasn't looking out for anything. I left Lagos. I went back to Ife for my master's program because I said masters before Mr. So I was just, reading. At the same time, I was serving God, and the only thing that I know is is different compared to the way I've lived in the past is because I made up my mind to soul out for God totally, and that was what I did. Like I sold myself out to God totally. Like I participate in so many things. For example, in church, I actually joined a sanctuary unit. But I'm a type that I really do not want people to notice me. Like I'm this cool. I don't want anybody to notice me. I'm just on my own. So I decided to join the sanctuary unit where nobody will see me. So I'll just go to church. I'll clean. But one thing is, I made up my mind. I really do not just want to clean in church. Like I want it to be, different. So I set a parameter for myself. Like I will clean till I sweat out. And sincerely, if I just clean and I didn't sweat, I'll be like, I'm not giving God enough. So I have to walk, sweep, do everything till I sweat out. So during that period, evangelism also, I'll go out. Like I was just for God. I was just doing my thing for God, sincerely. But so at the end of the day, although it's part of my prayer point, there's a part in the scripture that says, I will not want my mate. Then in my room, I have to write it. I have so many scriptures that I write on the wall, and that is one of them. So I have to just tell God about it. That, oh, this time I will not want my mate, like I am getting it right. So during that period, I was not even thinking of, I was not thinking of any man. Basically, I was thinking of how to finish my master's program and, move to the next. But one thing that was just significant about it is I was sold out for God, and at the same time I was just enjoying myself, meeting people, just meet and that is all, nothing attached, nothing. I just thank God because at the end of the day, it pays to serve God. It pays to serve God, and during that period, I my relationship with God was, quite different from where the life I've lived in the past because I was called for God. I'll go for evangelism, we'll share flyers. I enjoy just doing it. Let me put it that way. I enjoy doing it. So that was the period I was even before I met him. So that is just the short story of my own. So how was yours before meeting him?
Um, Sincerely, I wasn't even expecting that yours was going to be this long. I was just expecting a really short moment,
Oh,
either a
okay.
few months to the time we met,
Oh,
and
okay.
here you go. You have given us virtually the whole background to before you come on stage with Abiola. Okay, so for me, really, if I have to go down the lane also, uh, Rita, allow me to talk.
Rita, you come, let us talk. Oh, good boy.
Come and sit down. Come and sit down.
It's okay.
Enjoy yourself with us. Enjoy yourself with us. Sorry, you should have.
Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay.
All right. So as I was saying, mine was well, I say is also a similar train, but
Okay.
was a little bit different from what your experience has been. I was just myself expecting God's move. Uh, I came from that little background that I have not even given relationship a thought for quite some time, even though were there no sisters that were popping up? Of course, there were. Had a lot of a few sisters that I've spoken with, but uh, a thing is for you to have a conviction about a lady, and another thing is you make a move towards that person, and at the end of the day, you are not even getting to see that that person is the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. You know, there is this general saying that says, "Man proposes, God disposes," and whatever a man will become, God knows.
Yeah.
So even when you have hired that sister so much and you feel she'll be the one for your life, and while checking and trying to check again and check again,
Double
praying to
check.
God is not an author of confusion. You
Yeah.
get to know, oh no, don't follow that route. Or better still, you want to follow that route, be prepared for this. So take one. God gives us with a lot of options, and He allows us at the end of the day to make decisions. But in a situation where it pertains to love life, long life,
Lively, lifestyle
uh,
choice.
relationship, he also wants you to make the best choice so that at the end of the day, it's all about marriage is all about fulfilling destiny and purposes. So you don't want to carry somebody that will draw you back or that won't allow you to fulfill destiny that God has ordained for you. So in a way, that has been my own little background to that, and I was opened, I was expectant, God was leading me. I know I don't just jump into a place without God's directions and leading. And I was also serving God. I discovered a lot about God. That was at least like 5 years before that time. No, 3, 4, 5 years before that time. My life had been shaped around God. So I totally look unto God, serving Him diligently. And like that word that you quoted, no one shall lack their meat. I
Yes.
believe so perfectly in that also.
Really.
And like the way I just advised a sister proud to that time that, quoting a scripture also for that person that, don't worry, he that will come, he will not tarry.
Yeah.
So when you are expectant, and it applies to both sides, not just the female side alone, and but it's the man that will do the search.
Of course.
So in doing the search, you have to put your antenna open, and not just the spiritual antenna alone. You have to put your physical antenna also open. And I remember those were the things that were just on board for me. I was expectant. I was praying, and as a matter of fact, before just into that year, I had a conviction, even when I have not seen the woman in question, that that year is a year
Wow.
that is going to make a definite shape for my future. So I was just settled with that word, and I was only just looking for who is that sister. Then before the D-Day came. So those has been the experience for me, and serving God actively, doing His will, walking in His path, running my profession, preparing the ground for the D journey, then finding purpose, and fast tracking things. It's not just about waiting and wasting. It's about waiting and setting the pace so that you don't just wait and become mixing up with liabilities and you don't know how to shape things for people that are coming. So definitely, those are just been the storylines for that time. So I feel that's from me, really. Thank you.
Good to hear. But I think we have something in common.
Yeah.
What we have in common is at that period we were all out for God.
Yeah.
We weren't just sitting down and waiting.
Oh, those are part of the things that also.
We don't just wait and be just praying. Oh, aside prayer, let God find you in the state of service.
Yeah.
Serve God. Improve on yourself. Do so many things so that even when the person comes, you will know, oh, okay, I'm not just meeting just ordinary person. I'm meeting like a value. Oh, this person is loaded. So that is what a single man and a single woman should do. You shouldn't just be, oh, I'm sitting down, just moping and thinking of what should I do, how should I do. During that period, I said I went back to school for my master's program, and while running my master's program, I was still serving God. I gave all out to God. So the only thing I will tell the single out there is, in your period of waiting, ensure you are all out for God.
Importantly, yes.
Because it is only God, that can fill that vacuum.
Yes.
When your antenna was off, like okay, you are the one to do the finding. What did you do?
I stay
you stay focused on God, and you have a word.
Yes.
At that period,
yes.
You have a word,
yes.
and the word you had keep you going.
Yes.
And that is what made your antenna to be sensitive and to pick the right thing. Because if God is not involved, you are just using your head like, is this one for me? Or is this one okay? Somebody could have missed it. But there's a God factor in everything. There's a God factor in everything. So the only thing is, while waiting, ensure you walk in line with purpose. Work with God. Let God walk through you so that you will not miss it.
Yes, that's very important.
Very, very
God
important.
Factor. Working with God. Be on the line for Him.
And most importantly, serve God.
You. Yes.
Serve God with your energy. Serve God. Give God like your best.
Yeah, so for somebody out there, if you have not,
empty yourself for God,
giving yourself enough for God, that means
you need to do more.
Doing God's will, you find your will fulfilled.
Exactly.
That's just it.
Thank you very much for coming around. I hope if we invite you some other time, you will come.
Definitely.
Good to hear that. So thank you very much. And also, we have some people looking at us. They love listening to us, but they haven't subscribed. What do you have to tell them? Tell them to subscribe now.
Click the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Comment. Did you comment also?
Yes, drop your comments on the comment section.
All right.
Don't be afraid. Any questions you have, just drop it. My wife is able enough to give answers to any of your questions. And if it has to do with the couples, it has to do with the home, don't be afraid at the same time. We'll give you good counsel, good answers, and you'll be glad that you did comment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching us. We'll see you some other time. Bye. Greta, come and say bye-bye.
Come and say bye-bye to people.
Say bye-bye. Bye.